Good morning, good people, fellow humans. How about that? Fellow humans. And I spell that Huemonds, colorful nuts. Today is Sunday, January 4th, 2026. It is about 6 o'clock in the morning here in southern Nevada, southwestern Nevada, in the township of Pahrump or Pahrumpertucky, if you choose. My name is Edward Bevilacqua, and once again, here we are at Department of Career Services, where our goal is to help our students and interested people on their journey through this life. Bonk. Yes. And it's a nice day outside, not too cold. I think it's in the mid 40s, which is what we call Wunderpal. We now have, let's see, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 4 days to the first episode, to the passing of the torch of the Nye County show, Dr. Tom Waters. So good. Next is what? What do we have next? Okay, so today, the theme for today is never waste an opportunity to tell someone you love them. So we're going to talk more about that because it's not quite so simple, not so fast, George Banks. Right? Would it be good to drink coffee on the show? Probably. Probably. Right. I'll have to think that one through. Okay, a lot of good stuff happening, a lot of good stuff. And let's get right into it. So I'm going to our worksheet. Start with advice from an 80-year-old. Advice from an 80-year-old, never waste an opportunity to tell someone you love them. Okay, well, that's also our themo memo. And what I want to say right now is it's not that simple. Because what has happened is people use it like, love you, love you, love you. That's one of the challenges, is if you say it so easily, it's just like saying good morning. It's just an expression. Bless you. It's like that. There's no oomph behind it. There's nothing behind it. It's just empty words, kind of like talking to a friend of mine yesterday at breakfast about people think they can get to heaven just by saying magic words. More about that later. So when it says tell someone you love them, like I go, bonk, what does that mean? Who knows? The shadow do. When you tell someone you love them, it should come from the heart, not the voice box, not just the brain. It should come from the heart. So when you say it, they feel it. And that kind of is the segue into our TED Talk for today, Amy Cuddy, which was and maybe still is the #1 TED Talk of all times. And the reason is when it came out, there were very few TED Talks. Today, there's, who knows, half a dozen, a dozen being 24, 100 being published every day because people are doing TEDx's. Back when Amy Cuddy did it, there was TED. And so you'd easily have 1 million people watch it because there wasn't anything else to watch. You quickly go through all of the people that were at TED center stage. Okay, so anyway, Amy Cuddy's TED Talk today, going down to that, is body language. How does that associate with telling people you love them? Well, we are used to other people's body language, right? Read their body language. What is their body language there? Are they looking up to the left, down to the right? Are they open? Are they closed? What does it do? All right. So we're used to that. Everybody's used to that. And probably almost everybody is used to what my body language says to you. So do I want to be aggressive? Do I want to be, how do I want to be? How do I want you to perceive me? And maybe I'm not aware of it. I'm just giving off my body language to you, and you're responding to my body language. And we're having a body language conversation, and I'm not even aware of it because I'm intimidated by you, or I'm whatever by you, etc. We do that all the time. Amy Cuddy, Harvard Business School professor. Amy Cuddy's talk, her research is about your body language to yourself. What does your body language tell/do for against you? Do for/against you. And when she's talking about this, she's bringing it down to the level of neurotransmitters, neuroscience. She's bringing it down to the level of neuroscience. What's happening in the brain? And what's happening in the brain is the body is releasing neurotransmitters that cause us to feel a certain way. So, and then she flips it around and says, well, what if we act a certain way? Will that release neurotransmitters? Okay, so let's break that down again. So we're usually used to observing people's body language. Are they being aggressive to us? Are they being passive? Are they being receptive? Are they being what? Do they have a Duquesne smile? What's going on here? We're mostly aware of the idea of what my body language says to you. So I want to act a certain way around you. Amy Cuddy's turning around and saying, okay, what does your body language say to yourself? And then she brings it down to a neuroscience level of when your body language says something to yourself, what is the neurotransmitters that are being released that make you feel a certain way? And then she flips it around to say, if I act a certain way, will that release the neurotransmitters that will get me to feel a certain way? So my body language, can I impact my body language so it says to me what I wanted to say, as opposed to just the normal, what we normally do every day? And her answer was no. Her answer was yes, it does. And so the two extremes are, one is make yourself large, release testosterone, have confidence, and be big. And this is something she observed. Hey, what happened to my other arm? It disappeared. This is something she observed in her classes, is the big guys would come in and they take up a lot of space, and the small, say, just stereotypical, the small Asian women would come in and they would be small and they wouldn't speak a lot, but 30% of the grade or 40% of the grade is class participation. So she got thinking, and then she did some experiments and tests and figured it out and came to the conclusion that the people who are big, they have confidence. Why? Because they have a lot of testosterone in their system. So can we do things to release testosterone? So can we go in the restroom for 5 minutes and stretch out big? It really looks like my arm has disappeared. Can we do this for 5 minutes, release testosterone, have more confidence, do better in interviews, etc.? And then the other extreme is to get small. Touch my neck. Get small. And we can all picture chimpanzees, where you have the alpha and then you have the other ones. Releasing cortisol, brain cloud, scared stiff, extreme amounts. So that's what Amy Cuddy said. And her advice was fake it till you become it. So in other words, fake it, go in the restroom before your interview. Don't be out in the waiting room waiting for your turn and you're on your phone and you're making yourself small. Be big, release testosterone. Now, so the question, we can take that to the next level and say, do I have to do this or can I think it in my brain? Can I just picture Rocky, replay, or on my phone, watch a video of Rocky and release neurotransmitters? And of course, we know the answer is yes, because when we watch movies like Rocky, we feel that we're there because our brain doesn't know the difference. Our brain is tricked into thinking we're there. And you can do an experiment, something called phenomenology, where if you're watching Rocky, or if we ask women in class what they used to say, the notebook, and say, okay, picture you're watching Rocky, and then step outside of yourself, metaphorically, step outside of yourself, look at yourself and say, why am I getting emotionally invested in this? It's a movie, it's not real. And they're not even really fighting, they're just pretending they're fighting. How is it that it's hijacking my limbic system, my nervous system? What is in there that's causing that to happen? And what exactly do I observe happening? My heart rate's up. I kind of want to fight someone. Yo, Adrian, type of thing. So, and this is all part of Amy Cuddy, body language to yourself. So the question is, do you have to go in the restroom and do this, or can you be watching Rocky or something on the screen, or can you be imagining you're watching Rocky on the screen, or you're a fireman running into a burning building, saving a child, getting the key to the city, getting the girl, etc., etc. Life is great. And then connect it to this interview. I'm going to go in there, and this is going to be my firefighter moment. I am going to go in. I am going to save the infant. I am going to be the hero of my story. Right. Really. Okay, so now back to, how do we tie this back to tell people you love them? So if you just say, love you, babe, that's like checking a box. Okay, in case she gets in an accident or I get in an accident, the last thing I said is I love her. But did you mean it? Did it come from here or here? And you notice I'm saying here, I'm not saying here. Did it come from here or here? And so in the advice from an 80-year-old, it isn't, make sure, never give up an opportunity to do this, or as I say, do this, or as I would say to my kids when they're talking with food in their mouth, I'd say, you're supposed to be doing this. No, you're supposed to be doing this, not this. So do this. Ship, as Dr. Evil would say. Okay. So never miss an opportunity to tell someone you love them. And what could be better is to say, I really appreciate what you did. Because if you say, I appreciate what you did, ... you continue it. Now you're describing something. So you picture it in your brain. You have these emotions. You trigger the release of neurotransmitters. Sound waves go through the air from your mouth, and they go into someone's ear. Those then are turned into electrical signals, which hopefully trigger the release of the same neurotransmitter in that person as it started in you. Kind of crazy, right? Okay, next on our hit parade, more like itself. Seth Godin, more like itself. Every year on the first weekend of the year, it's probably worth replacing the dried spices in your pantry. The best, freshest spices still taste like the spice that's on the label, but they taste more like themselves. That's what successful brands and freelancers do as well. They relentlessly do the work to act more like themselves. First, we have to figure out what we are, what we stand for, and what people expect. Then we get a chance to be more like that. Very good. Hail Seth Godin. Hail Seth Godin. That's a good one. That's really a good one. He has spices hyperlinked. I'm going to click on it. And what does he have? Sweet allspice, Alfonso mango amchur, Caribbean bay leaves, ground laurel bay leaves, sweet mesquite barbecue, Burberry, Bon Appetit collection, Cali Gustada, cloud forest cardamom, green cloud forest cardamom seeds, cardamom extract, smoked black cardamom. This guy likes cardamom. Chai, black ultra chili. Okay, so that's just in the C's. Wow. Okay. This is like $1 billion worth of spices here. Anatolian sage, black lime and chili salt, black mineral salt, Tokyo negi scallions. Let's see if they have saffron here. Yep. Harati saffron. $10 for a little tiny thing like that. Sage, salt. Okay, enough of that. All spices and blends. More like itself. Okay, cool, great. Absolutely wonderful. So we got our advice from an 80-year-old, Amy Cuddy, Seth Godin. How's we doing for time? Time. Such a runic rhyme. Okay, let me talk about a meeting yesterday with my friend John. Friend John is someone who I like and admire because he is himself. He is a person. He is a unique individual who is not a non-character player. Is that what it's called? Okay, he's in the game. I gave him a copy of What Does This Actually Say? He read it, liked it, said, we had some back and forth, some Silicon Valley type. How about this? How about that? Spitballing, good riffing. Very good, very fun. More Friday morning. Had a little bit more Friday afternoon. Friday evening. He says, let's meet. Let's continue the discussion. Saturday we meet. He says, let's do it. Let's do this thing, and I am all in. Let's make it happen. Here's another great idea I had. And you know what? They are good ideas. They really are good ideas. They are Silicon Valley leveled ideas. They're ideas from somebody who's used to being able to think about things. So we're going to go ahead with an experiment, which I'm going to get to use for my capstone project at work. And we're going to see what's going to happen with it. More details to follow, but it's going to be exciting. It's going to be cool. And actually, I think there were two big ideas from yesterday. One having to do with the truck, and one having to do with an avatar-ish sort of thing. And because of the wonders of technology, this is all possible today. So, good on you, mate. And let's leave it at, this is G.school. Today is G.school. It is for people who are not saved, not successful. If you are saved, good on you. Great. We're not going to talk This is, you're already saved. This is directed to the people who are not, but we're going to say and cut. And cut.